Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We will open tonight's Shabbat services with Hine Ma Tohu on page 10.
Hine Ma Tohu Manayim Sheretahim Gam Yavad. Hine Ma Tohu Manayim Sheretahim Gam Yavad. I'd like to ask to the Beamasters, I'm having a hard time today. Lori Hamill will light our Shabbat candles this evening.
I have to light them.
Page 2 and 3.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel of kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Please turn to page 7.
Where has the week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat Abba. Together, help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat abide.
Page 12 at the bottom. Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai. Raise a shout for our rock and deliverer. Let us come into God's presence with praise. Let us raise a shout for God in song. For Adonai is a great God, the great ruler of all divine beings. And together on page 13 at the top, in God's hands are the depths of the earth. The peaks of the mountains are God's. God's is the sea, God made it, and the land which God's hands fashioned. Come, let us bow down and kneel, bend the knee before Adonai our Maker. For Adonai is our God, and we are the people God tends, the flock in God's care. Oh, if you would but heed God's charge this day.
Page 145. Is V'yizkada Shemei Rabbah. V'yalamam Devarach Yerusei, V'yamlich Malchusei, V'chayachon, V'yomechon, V'chayei L'chal Beit Yisrael, V'agala V'zman Kariv V'yimru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mavorach Le'olam Olam Nehemiah. Yisparach V'yitztabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitlaman V'yitnasei, V'yithadar V'yithalev V'yithalal Shmei V'kudsham Baruchu, Le'elam Yikal B'chortam V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechermata, Damiran V'yalama V'yimru Amen. On page 146, those who can, please rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai V'olam. Praise Adonai to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai to whom praise is due now and forever. Please be seated.
At the bottom of page 147. Responsively, please. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Days of day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, Chameroim Abraham. Page 148. Okay.
No?
Yes, we'll try. Let's just read the English. I thought I was going to be able to do this in Hebrew, and I'm just not with it today. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are addressed by the world. Together, in each age we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment we stand face to face with truth. In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder. In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Those who make Adonai, Ohei Amo Yisrael, please rise. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Please be seated. V'yahavta et Elohecha b'olam lecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'yodecha v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzochai hayom al levavecha B'shenatan levanecha, v'dibarta bam, b'shivtecha b'beitecha, uv'lechtecha b'derech, u'chartam u'necha, liot u'necha, bein beinecha, u'chartam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha, laman tiskuru v'shetan et kol tzat v'chaytim kadosh Elohim. Ani Adonai Elechem, Asher Chotzia Litzat Et Meretz Mitzrayim, Leot Lechem Elohim, Ani Adonai Elechem. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Take to heart these instructions which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you together shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohim. Amen.
On page 152, let's sing Mika Moka. Mika Moka, Adonai Adonai, Mika Moka, Neder Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot, O Sefela, Nora Tehilot, O Sefela, Mahu Jakal, Baruch Benekah, Moshe Wayam Lefnei Moshe Miriam,
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'chaleinu mo'shodu l'chaim. Grant us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, afaresh sukkah shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
Room 55. Please rise.
Please rise. Adonai Sefatahu Via V'Tiletecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Okei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Yavot, U'Mei V'Ula, B'nei B'neihem, L'man Shmo Yahava, Melech Ozer Moshe U'Mari, Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham, Please be seated. Source of all, page 156. Source of all being, we turn to you as we did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens. They felt you in their hearts. They sought you in their lives. The quest is ours. Together, help us to see the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring near the world we envision. One of justice, freedom, and peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham v'Tet Sarah. Next.
Please join me as we sing Sholom Rav on page 164. 164. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amka Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amka Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melachadom lekol hashalom. Ki atahu melachadom lekol hashalom. Tasim leolam, Shalom Rav Yisrael Amka, Tasim leolam. Yekol Yekad Yisrael, Et Amka Yisrael, Bekol Eitu Bekol Shah, Bishlom Lecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amka, Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amka, Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Let us pause for a few minutes of silent prayer. Please join me and read responsively on page 166 at the top. Help me, O God, to find still moments, quiet spaces within to refresh my soul. Cease my questions, my inner debates, and let me meditate on your goodness together. Help me, O God, to nurture my courage, calling moments of strength. Let me remember the days of fortitude and certainty of your regard. Help me, O God, to turn to the light, to feel the warmth of your touch, my own face and fingers outstretched, alive, alive in your sight. Wit, O God, to speak the meaning and simple word. Give us strength to speak the found word, the meant word. Grant us the humility to speak the friendly word, the answering word, and make us sensitive, God, sensitive to the sound of the words for which others speak, sensitive to the sound of their words and to the silences between.
We're going to turn to page 253. And for Mishavera, this Shabbat we have in our prayers for them to recover from illness or other injury. Les Eastep, Nat Radwine, Renee Rothschild, Lucy Karen, Perry Singer, Elaine Piltz, Howard Piltz, Nancy Keel, Heidi Singer, and Lynn Goldstein. Are there others that we want to keep in our thoughts? Yes. Okay.
Jack Mazorka.
Christian Jensen.
Yes.
Anyone here from the middle section?
And Joy Mushan. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and And let us say, Amen.
Amen. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishabera, Imotenu, Makor Abraham, Laotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah Shema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us pray. Amen.
What? Sure. This week's Torah portion is from Leviticus, and and what we'd like to do is read a Devar Torah written by. Oh, well, where's the right one? Give me the right one.
We did that several weeks ago.
Well, I'm right about. Oh, here it is.
There it is.
Yeah, I was right about Leviticus, though.
You don't have this memorized?
Yes, I do. But, I get so nervous up here. Okay. Okay. Leviticus 21 through 24. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a Devar Torah from Rabbi Elliot Kolkla that we found online, and I'd like to read it. Sarah, a member of my congregation, once explained to me why she was probably a bad Jew. She had hated her traditional religious upbringing. As soon as she left home, she proudly embraced a fully secular lifestyle. Although she eventually found her way back to Judaism through belonging to a liberal synagogue, Sarah told me that she was a member purely for cultural reasons, because of her connection to social Jewish justice values, and she still eschewed any form of religious observance. Let me tell you how bad a Jew I truly am, she said. Every Shabbos morning, I sleep late, then I make bacon for breakfast and eat it, slowly, savoring the smell and the flavor, while reading the paper and catching up on how to be involved in world events. I look forward to that moment all week long. The rabbi told her, I hate to break this to you, but it sounds like you're keeping Shabbos.
We found this article because it has to do with the Jewish concept of holiness and sacred time and space. And so he goes on to mention that on 6 days, work may be done, we read in this week's portion, but on the seventh day there shall be a Sabbath of complete rest, a sacred occasion. When Sarah sets aside time that feels sacred to her, both for her own pleasure and to connect empathetically to people in the world around her, she unwittingly keeps the most essential commandment of Shabbat. Parashat Emor contains 63 of the Torah's 613 mitzvot. We all learn those numbers in Hebrew school, right? Many of which direct us on how to sanctify time. Chapter 24 of Leviticus deals with the laws of Shabbat and holy observance. In this chapter, we learn about the timing of the Jewish calendar, when to eat matzah, when to blow the shofar, and when to observe other annual rites.
Yet buried within this lavishly detailed chapter, we find a seemingly anomalous verse. When you reap the harvest of your land, You shall not reap all the way to the edges of the field, or gather the gleanings of your harvest. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. I, the Eternal One, am your God. This verse contains one of the most famous commandments of the Torah, the mitzvah of Pe'ah, leaving the corners of our fields for the poor, which is the underpinning of many of the contemporary laws of tzedakah. Why is this injunction to feed the poor found among the detailed rules for celebrating the Sabbath and the festivals? Time and space. The placement of this verse offers insight into the true meaning of Jewish holiness. The word for holiness, kedusha, literally means set aside, designated as different. In this portion, the obligations to sanctify space and time are woven together. We sanctify our time by putting aside our daily occupations designated Shabbat and holy days as sacred. We sanctify space by putting aside the corners of our field for those in need due to poverty or estrangement. When Sarah reads the paper and cooks Shabbos bacon, she is taking a first step toward fulfilling the vision of this portion. She is making the day holy by setting aside time for her own version of a sacred moment. She's also engaging with the concept of sacred space by reading about world events. However, Sarah, like most of us, is only beginning to express the values of this portion. The sanctification of time and the sanctification of space are inextricably bound through action. What if we make the values of the Torah real by binding together our celebrations of Shabbat, holy days, and other joyous occasions with setting aside corners of our modern day fields, our money and resources, with concrete actions that meet the needs of others?
What if we allocate 10% of the money we put into our weddings and B'nai Mitzvah to feed those in need in our neighborhoods? I know our community does that very well. What if every time we plan a holiday meal in our congregation, our synagogue also supports our community in the global south in media food? We do that also very well. In the coming year, may our holidays be holy in the fullest sense of the word, a moment when we set aside both time and space for our own sacred delight, as well as an opportunity to express our radical compassion for the needs of others through acts of justice and giving.
It's good to read the right one.
All right. Elaine, let's turn to page, was it 282? I almost have these pages memorized.
And please rise as the arch is.
Aleinu Shabbat Ladon Hako Latesh Kula Yokser Bereshit Shalom Sanu Yagawa Watzot Shalom Shamanu Kimishkot Adama Shalom Sanu Rabbeinu Lahem Velo Aleinu Velo Amorna
Page 287. Please be seated. Please turn to pages 288 through 293 or 292 and select a Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, life and death. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own.
Current years: Alvin Carlin, Norma Gertzel, Richard J. Spence, Ralph Hurwitz, Hazel Holly, Betty Hurwitz, Mary Bennett.
And in past years, Leonie L. Ansel, Hans Anker, Abraham Barker, Gilbert Cherrick, Leo D. Cohn, Irving Fishman, Bernard Friedman, Fanny Frisch, Robert H. Goldman, David S. Hexter, Nathan G. Leshin, Otto S. Lieberman, Morris R. Myers, Robert A. Newman, Sylvia Raven, Frances Louise Roberts, Harriet R. Roberts, Gregory Rothschild, Samuel R. Siegel, Shirley J. Tick, Henry Wolfson, Saul Yustman, and Leonard Bennett, whose passing occurred at this time of year. If everyone would please rise for mourner's carriage. Yizgadal, Shnei Rabbi, Yalma, Devarach, Yerusei, Yalmich, Malchusei, Achai Echon, Uyom Uchaye, Echol, Yisrael, Ba'adalah, Zman Kareem, Imru, Amen. Yishmon, Ramah, Velom, Velamaya, Yisbarach, Yishtabach, Yizba'ar, Yizraman, Yitnaseh, Yidadar, Yidalel, Yidalal, Shnei, Kushah, Richu, La'elah, Rikal, Rikamata, Tushbachata, Rikamata, Damiran, Yalma, Yimru, Amen. Yehei Shalom, Ramah, Shemaya, B'chayim, Alein, V'yakal Yisrael, Yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Ramah, Yaseh Shalom, Alein, V'yakal Yisrael, Yimru, Amen. Please be seated.
I'm going to ask for someone from the audience to please recommend a closing song.
Do we have any announcements?
Oh, before we start with Aiden Keller on page, do we have any announcements? I think we do. Okay, next
Sunday, there is a event, but right. Unless you've made reservations, you will not get the information as to where the event occurs. So I don't know if it's too late to make reservations. It is too late to make reservations. Okay?
So just a reminder to be here, or wherever it is.
Wherever it is.
Somebody can have my reservation because I'll be on shift and then I'll have to.
Hadassah's having a meeting on May 22nd.
Hadassah is having their general meeting of the month, the Springfield chapter, on the 22nd. And the little notice just went out before services this evening, and we would like to see you there. It's a time to just, it's what we call it, dessert and discussion on things.
Isn't Sister Shabbat next Friday?
Yes, Sisterhood Shabbat is next Friday.
You know what?
Then Bob would be,
Ben
No, let's wait.
Hail, hail,